Thank you so much for coming today, guys. I'm really thankful to have you here. My name is Josiah Grap. Today, I am very excited to be able to talk to you guys about the best weather. Now, for different people, it can be different things. For this beautiful task, beautiful audience, if you could all close your eyes with me. Imagine that you're in the most wonderful place in the world. Imagine that you are in the most beautiful weather possible, surrounded by the most wonderful people. Now, for some of you, the sun is splashing down. It's beautiful warmth. For others, there's a cool breeze wisping off a beautiful body of water with glorious beaches. Some of you, I'm sure, are seeing a lush growth of an ancient forest and a beautiful mountain range that smells of pine, nature, warmth, a certain smell. All of these wonderful sensory details make up the perfect weather in each of our heads. You can open your eyes now. Hopefully you experienced that just a little bit, because today I'm here not only to tell you about the perfect weather, but my goal is to tell you guys about where to find the perfect weather. Now, here in the United States, we've got a lot of different biospheres, a habitat that contains an ecosystem and the ability to maintain itself, to stay healthy. That's very important to us. And as we look at this, there's a couple of different health things that we look at and we care about as humans. So there's the physical health of humans, of course. There's the mental health of humans, and then there is the physical health of the earth. Very important, especially to our Canadian friends. They actually have a duck that goes around in the water in one of their cities and cleans up garbage because they care that much about keeping their ecosystem clean. Now, with physical health of humans, living in a climate that helps you to naturally stay healthy is an amazing gift to have. And in the United States, we have tons of variety, tons of options to do so. So for example, if Timothy wanted to go to Arizona, because he ended up having issues with lung diseases happening, pneumonia, things like that, bronchitis, you can go to the beautiful state of Arizona where it's dry, it's warm, and you do not have to worry about that disease coming for you. Now, for the mental health of humans, we've got a lot of different state of minds that we can have. You'll be happy, you'll be sad, and the weather can change that for you. If you go to Alaska, for example, really cold, really dark for sometimes months at a time. Whereas you can go over to Washington and you can see the rain coming down and it's just raining and raining and raining and you can get kind of depressed. Now, for the mental state of humans, there's these different places that can either do a really good thing for you or a really bad thing for you. For the physical health of the earth, we talked a little bit about how in Canada they really care about the earth so much that they have a giant duck that they made to clean up the water. Now, we humans have the ability and the power to determine exactly how clean or dirty our environment is. Regardless of where we come from, there's one aspect of that I want to bring home, and I'm confident that this is going to come to your mind, and that us cleaning up the earth is always a better thing. Now, regardless of where you're from, my purpose today is to invite you guys to where there is truly perfect weather. Now, before you get scared off on the title of where I'm trying to convince you does have this perfect weather, I want to let you guys know that this is a beautiful place, it's a wonderful place, and regardless of where I'm talking about, there are three very important things that I think every single person is going to be looking for. And that is, what's the weather like in the spring, the summer, and the fall? So for us today, we're going to establish that in spring, you're going to look for beautiful, moderate temperatures with the sun warming up on the day and just chill enough at night to walk around wearing a sweatshirt. That is perfect. That is the perfect weather. Now, you can look at a good spring where the ground's not frozen, it's not flooded, but instead, you've got perfect opportunity for plants to flourish and for a quality good time. Now, for summer, there are plenty of different opinions on what is the perfect weather for summer. You can have somebody from Texas and somebody from Wisconsin, somebody from New York and somebody from Los Angeles, California, but there's plenty of different opinions, and yet there are 3 points that I want to bring into question there. So the temperature could be really good or really terrible. The humidity could be really good or really terrible. And then the difference between the morning time and the evening time and temperature, right? Now, this place that I'm trying to talk to you about is perfect in all three of those different areas. It could be cool in the morning, warm in the midday, but not too humid. And at the evening time, it's just chill enough for it to be brisk and beautiful. Now, fall time, my favorite season, is a very special season. Now, in fall, you're going to see the leaves fall, the temperature gets cool, the smell of fall is like a childhood sweet memory, and regardless of whether you grew up in the city or you grew up in the country, you're going to see that harvest festivals come into town and that you get to enjoy a wonderful, beautiful time. Now, with all of this in mind, the place that I've been describing to you this entire time is the beautiful state of Wisconsin. Now, one of the greatest trips that you could take in your life is to travel up to Wisconsin. You can see the beautiful, great, large Lake Michigan. You can see the mountain ranges of northern Wisconsin and the Upper Peninsula of Michigan itself. You can see all the different hills and terrains and all these different beautiful things that when I started and we had our eyes closed and we were envisioning the perfect weather, all of those are in Wisconsin. Now, you can have the freshest air, the nicest drive, the beautiful time period, and while I know that there are many excellent places in the world with wonderful sights to see, Wisconsin has the opportunity for witnessing the perfect weather. It's ripe for the picking and it's there for you. The only thing that could possibly change your mind from visiting this amazing location is the 8 months of winter that I forgot to mention. You don't know when it's going to happen, you don't know how long it'll stay for when it is here, but we're not going to talk about that. So thank you so much for joining me today. Of course, my name is Josiah Grap. Pleasure having you guys. And of course, this is another episode of America's Worst Place to Go. Thank you so much, Timothy. If you could pan over to my audience, we've got Timothy, Taylor, Caleb over to the other side. Thank you so much for coming. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and hopefully this alters your opinion on traveling to Wisconsin.